What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. We are tackling the rear suspension on the C10 today, and we got a lot of work ahead of us. And now we are in the rear of the truck. These got to go, and also that guy's got to go. So we got to remove all these lift spring stuff. The guy had a flip kit in here, so we're going to end up having to cut these rivets out and then cut these mounts out because we're going to need those anymore, along with that one as well. And then we're gonna also have to relocate this. Oh, sorry guys. We're gonna also have to relocate this bracket here for the brake line as well. So we got to get that out of there. And a lot of those are all like that factory rivet style. So we're gonna have to drill those out and then go from there. But also we're gonna have to do something about this crap that they did here, the C-notch, the previous C-notch. I don't know what we're gonna do, but we'll see. I will show you guys here the suspension, obviously for the rear from TCI, but again, we got to remove all this. I'm not going to show you guys the removal process because it's just demo. Yeah, maybe a little YouTube magic. How about that? Bam! Yeah, buddy, some quick work of that. Well, I wouldn't say quick, but what a pain in the ass, fellas. I would say the hardest part is removing these freaking brackets, these stock brackets. What a freaking pain. Don't mind the dots, you guys. I decided to scan this back of the half of the chassis just for some future stuff. I'm not sure exactly what yet, so stay tuned. But I noticed, I went to mock up the bracket from TCI, and you see this flange right here? I don't know if that's factory or not, but I'm gonna end up having to cut this back because the bracket won't sit flush without this flange, or with this flange in the way. On the other side, it doesn't have it. So we're gonna have to cut that back, adjust, and then we're gonna end up having to cut this opening further back as well because that bracket sits different. Yeah. So your chassis, probably not so much because yours is probably not touched or molested. But let me do some cutting and I'll be back.
I wanna be the best in the game, invest in my name, check no restraints, I'm obsessed with the pain, I ingest, I retain, assess and I change, possessed by the thought I'll be free one day from society's restraints, money, clout and fame, mud, disease, a plague, we all love to hate, have to play the game, have to make a name, all our insecurities are on display. This is war with the enemy, think that it was meant to be, living in a time where disease is on every screen, I won't let them fester me, I know most are festering, negativity is a plague for the mentally weak, no mercy, all I got is working, never stop searching, never quench the thirsty, I'm toxic and psychotic, with this logic, you can't stop it, it's been chronic, since I was a boy, so neurotic and chaotic, go! To last with the webs I'm weaving, I could change the past with all I'm achieving, got my foot on gas, never stop competing, if you break like glass, then this life's gonna eat 'em, make mistakes real fast, then you learn how to beat 'em, if you take off the cast, you can see all the healing, if the pain's in the past, move on from the grave and put your foot on the gas, no, never stop competing, yeah. I've been doing this, I'm not.
Well, so much for making progress, fellas, because check this out. You see the problem? Oh yeah, that's not gonna work. So again, this truck had an aftermarket flip kit, and this looks very aftermarket. Somebody kind of rigged this up here. It almost looks like it provided a spacer to bring the axle up or down. I'm not sure. But I also measured the distance between the flange and here, and it's actually ½ inch difference on one side versus the other, so I don't like that at all. But these are definitely not going to work like that because the bolt's not even long enough. Also, I got a hold of Jason over at TCI, and they actually have a set of weld-on brackets. So we're going to do that instead, do a set of weld-on brackets, and he'll swap these out, and that way we'll end up just cutting this one off and then weld it directly to the rear end because, yeah, that's not going to work. All right, fellas, it is a couple days later. I think we got the rear end for the most part prepped up. We got rid of those brackets that somebody kind of welded on. And you can definitely tell that they cut the old GM bracket off. They cut them off because they did a lousy job. They like really kind of scored this rear end, which sucks, but it is what it is. We also drained the back out of it as well, because we're gonna need a nice reference point to make sure that we have those brackets leveled as much as possible. But we were also waiting on this bad boy right here from, of course, TCI. So they sent us some new brackets. This is gonna be their weld-on bracket, and this will basically help us out because obviously we don't have the GM original location. And this, if I can get it out of there, basically new coilover mount slash, you know, location. But this should be their weld-on bracket. So let's mock these up and then kind of go from there and see what happens. All right, fellas, I think we got this thing pretty much mocked in for the most part. Definitely a chore, you guys. If you guys are gonna be running these weld-on brackets, be prepared. Let me tell you, you're gonna have to do some math. Now, I'm gonna tell you where you gotta start though, because why would we do this and not share with you guys, right? So, you're gonna wanna really get, oh, camera lost, sorry guys. To really get these perfectly centered, again, if you guys have a rear end like mine that was molested and somebody hacked it up, did whatever they wanted to do, and you don't have the factory brackets, this is where it applies to you guys. So you're gonna wanna get the measurement, again, this camera cannot follow me. You're gonna wanna get the measure from center to center where these bottom end links are at. So you're gonna get the measurement from here all the way to the other side. I'm on the driver's side. All the way to the other side, center to center, and you're gonna take that measurement and then you're gonna use it on your rear end. Then you're gonna wanna get the measurement from your rear end, whether you do mounting surface. Again, I didn't do that because I have the wheels on, but definitely more ideal if you kind of have the rear end, for the most part, took it apart. But I went from the measurement from basically the axle flange to axle flange, took that measurement, and then I subtracted the measurement from the center to center, from the end link to end link on the lower up front there. So you're going to take that, and then you'll end up with basically the difference, and the difference, then you'll split the difference on each side, and that'll should put you pretty much right where you need to be to locate that lower control arm bracket. And again, I just have this thing welded in right now, not welded in, but tacked in, I should say, because we wanted to verify to make sure that that was going to be basically correct for our application. And seems like we're going to be pretty good. I'm going to finish welding the rest of the bracket onto the rear end once I have the rear end tore apart. That way I can get, you know, some good welds on it. Right now it's just tacked in again. I also got to do the top. The tops are just kind of sitting here, you know, just kind of mocked in. Same thing, I'm going to weld those on once I have everything off. But also, if you're getting this kit, make sure you tell TCI that you have basically a rear end that was molested and it doesn't have the factory leaf spring mounts. So again, this is why this applies to you guys if you guys are doing something like this. And they'll also send you a longer bolt and spacer for the coilover bracket down low, because this coilover bracket seems like it sits further in. So they give you a bigger bolt and a bigger spacer, so that way that coilover sits nice and upright there. But again, nothing is torqued down or nothing like that. Oh yeah, one other thing I noticed is the track bar down here. If I can get the camera down here, the track bar right here, you're gonna definitely have to play with this guy here. Probably more when the actual truck is pretty much installed, ready to go. And I noticed that if you screw in this guy here too far in, then you won't be able to actually get this guy in here. This ring slash end link, you could call it, right? Because it'll basically make contact with the bolt there. So I might end up having to put maybe a couple more washers here, or maybe on this side, because the further you put this out, the harder it is going to be to get that end link, or I should say track bar, in position. But the track bar is going to be nice because that'll actually help you once you have the truck with the bed and everything on it. It's going to help you really center this rear end a little bit. And then the uppers will actually help you with the pinion angle as well, to kind of adjust for pinion angle. But also, when you're welding these brackets onto the rear end, the other thing you're going to want to take in consideration, if you guys saw me, I was using my angle finder. If you guys need an angle finder, I will link one down in the description below for you guys. Again, these are pretty cheap. They're nice and magnetic. And what you're going to want to do is, TCI recommends at least one angle, or one, I should say, degree of pinion angle to start with on the rear end. So what I did, and that's going up, having that basically rear end tilt slightly up a little bit like that, 1 degree. So instead of this thing sitting at 90 degrees when you decide to weld these brackets on, you want this thing sitting up basically 91 degrees. And then the bracket down here itself, the rear end bracket that you weld on, that's going to be sitting at 90 degrees. So again, you're going to have to get your base, whether you're doing it on the ground, on a bench or something like that. Make sure you kind of calibrate that guy. And again, what I did is I had this guy sitting at, because we were basically upside down and I used gravity to weld, basically tack weld those on. I went obviously the inverse. I went 89 degrees here, and I made sure that that bad boy was sitting at 90 degrees. And that gives us 1 degree of already kind of pinion angle to start with. And that's what they recommend. So just a heads up on that as well. Like again, definitely going to be your best friend. You're probably going to want this off. Again, I wish I kind of would have took the rear end apart, but the wheels did make it nice kind of rolling it in and out of here, just because I don't have a bench large enough to do this on the ground or on a bench. That's why we did it on the ground. But just a heads up with that, make sure you get that 1 degree of pinion angle on your brackets and rear end. But yeah, man, I am excited because now we can move forward and pull all this stuff off, finish welding that rear end up with the brackets and everything, pull off all the brackets, hopefully send the stuff to powder coat, and also reassemble. But let me know what you guys think. Put it down in the comments below. Let me know if hopefully this information helps you guys out, because definitely a little bit of a learning curve, just because once again, every car and truck is different, even though it's the same truck. Again, this guy had a molested rear end, so no point intended, somebody molested the crap out of this thing. But yeah, man, so far so good. I am happy so far. I am excited. Well, fellas, I think that's gonna do it for this video. We got a lot of cleanup to do. We got to pull the rear end apart and all that, and then get that thing cleaned up. And we're also gonna send that thing to powder coat. And then we actually want to check what gears are in this thing, because we might have to change that out because of our transmission. And you guys got to stay tuned to find out what we're doing with that. But do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, the like button, and hit the bell for notifications. And you guys already know, stay wrenching.